During World War II, around 1.2 million African Americans served in various military zones, battling in the Pacific, Mediterranean, and European areas, including pivotal conflicts like the Battle of the Bulge and D-Day. Despite their significant numbers in the Army, Navy, and even the Marine Corps, these brave servicemen and women faced severe discrimination and limited chances for advancement due to racial segregation. Although they eagerly enlisted to defend democracy, they encountered widespread racism and unequal treatment within the U.S. military. They were confined to segregated bases and separate medical facilities, and encountered hostility from both fellow soldiers and local communities. This discrimination persisted despite their eagerness to serve and fight for their country. Even as they fought bravely, many were relegated to support roles like cooks and mechanics, denied combat or leadership positions based on pervasive racist beliefs. Their valor and dedication remained largely unrecognized, and their efforts to secure equal rights often went unacknowledged. Despite facing tremendous adversity and discrimination, these black soldiers continually demonstrated their dedication and determination to achieve equal rights and respect, proving their valor alongside their white counterparts in various significant events during the war. The Airmen of Tuskegee. The United States, shadowed by Pearl Harbor and on the brink of World War II, faced a pivotal moment in 1939. As the nation stood as the 16th largest military power globally, there was an urgent need for pilots due to the looming uncertainty of another global conflict and a shortage of military personnel. To address this, the U.S. government established the Civilian Pilot Training Program, CPT, a federally funded initiative aimed at training individuals, including Black Americans, in combat aircraft and flight skills in anticipation of potential wartime needs. At the program's inception, the military held reservations about African Americans serving as pilots, echoing sentiments from a 1925 Army War College report. This report, which suggested that black individuals were unfit for combat roles due to perceived physical and psychological limitations, was contested vehemently by organizations like the NAACP and media outlets. Despite initial resistance, pressure mounted on the U.S. military for inclusion and fair treatment. In a landmark move in January 1941, Howard University student Yancey Williams filed a lawsuit against the War Department, compelling admission to a pilot training center. This action led to Secretary of the Army Henry J. Stimson authorizing the formation of the 99th Pursuit Squadron, marking a significant step toward inclusion. Subsequently, in March 1941, President Franklin D. Roosevelt officially activated the first all-black World War II fighter squadron, initiating the Tuskegee Airmen Experiment. The Tuskegee Airmen Experiment aimed to determine if Black Americans could be trained as combat pilots and support personnel. These individuals, dedicated and resolute in their commitment, underwent rigorous training at the Tuskegee Institute, meeting the same standards as their counterparts, including educational prerequisites and physical fitness requirements. Despite facing discrimination and unequal treatment within the military, these pioneering airmen persevered. The first class graduated in March 1942, marking a historic milestone as the nation's inaugural African-American military pilots. Over 16,000 individuals, including mechanics of various backgrounds and women serving as test pilots and parachute technicians, trained at the Tuskegee Army Airfield. Approximately 996 airmen became pilots, with 352 deployed for combat, often exceeding the number of missions flown by their white counterparts. Hero of the Pearl Harbor. Following the unforgettable incident at Pearl Harbor where the Imperial Japanese Navy attacked the United States, Doris "Dory" Miller, a 22-year-old African-American serviceman on the USS West Virginia, challenged racial segregation norms. Despite being assigned roles like cooking and laundry due to his skin color, Miller became a pivotal figure during the attack. Rushing to his battle station, he aided the injured and, with no formal training, operated an abandoned anti-aircraft machine gun on deck, firing at the Japanese planes for an impressive 15 minutes, In the aftermath, he courageously rescued wounded sailors from the oil-slicked waters. Miller's heroic actions faced initial neglect as the Navy hesitated to highlight the exploits of someone restricted by discriminatory practices. Months later, efforts by various groups and influential figures led to Miller's recognition. The Pittsburgh Courier, an African-American newspaper, played a crucial role in unveiling Miller's identity, highlighting the Navy's reluctance to acknowledge his heroism. This delayed recognition prompted calls for improved treatment and acknowledgement of Black service members. Finally, on May 27, 1942, Admiral Chester W. Nimitz presented Miller with the Navy Cross, the third highest Navy award for gallantry during combat. Miller's commendation marked a historic moment in the Pacific Fleet, recognizing a member of his race with such a high tribute. Despite this acknowledgement, racial disparities persisted in the military. Tragically, Miller lost his life less than 2 years later, when another battleship on which he served was sunk by a Japanese torpedo in the South Pacific. His bravery, however, ignited conversations among journalists, members of Congress, and civil rights activists, advocating for greater opportunities, fair treatment, and higher honors for Black service members. The Twofold Triumph Initiative. The commitment and determination of African American soldiers during World War II to advance desegregation and secure equal rights were vividly showcased through the impactful Double V campaign. This movement stood as a potent symbol of their unwavering resolve, aiming not only to contribute significantly to the Allied victory, but also to secure their own triumph against racial injustice within the United States. Through their enlistment in the military, African Americans sought to assert their service as a demand for liberty and complete citizenship, aspiring to uplift their nation while also benefiting their personal lives and communities. The genesis of the Double V campaign stemmed from the irony faced by Black soldiers, who were fighting ardently for freedom abroad while encountering racial segregation and discrimination at home. Driven by influential African American publications like the Pittsburgh Courier and the Chicago Defender, this campaign gained momentum by championing the concept of achieving victory on two fronts: triumphing over the Axis powers in the war and combating racial inequality within the United States. The iconic Double V insignia, characterized by two V's signifying victory, was embraced fervently by African American communities, galvanizing widespread support for the war effort through active volunteerism and community involvement. Post-war, the resolute refusal of returning Black soldiers to accept systematic racism served as a catalyst for the civil rights movement, propelling significant advancements in the pursuit of equality. While the immediate impact of the Double V campaign didn't abolish military segregation, it ignited critical dialogues about racial equality, ultimately contributing to President Truman's pivotal 1948 executive order mandating desegregation. The indomitable spirit and achievements of Black soldiers left an indelible mark on civil rights, underscoring that heroism transcends racial barriers and emphasizing the enduring strength of humanity in rallying together during challenging times. Today, we delve into crucial yet overlooked facets of history. The video highlighted the heroic endeavors of the Tuskegee Airmen, a group of African American pilots who fought valiantly despite facing racial discrimination. Their contributions were instrumental in breaking barriers and proving their capabilities in combat. Among these unsung heroes was a Pearl Harbor veteran whose bravery and resilience stood as a testament to the fortitude of Black soldiers. His story sheds light on the sacrifices and dedication of those who served their country despite the prevailing segregation and inequality. Moreover, the video discussed the Double Victory campaign, an initiative advocating for victory over fascism abroad and racism at home. It emphasized the struggles faced by Black soldiers, not just on the battlefield, but also in their fight for equality and recognition within their own ranks. Overall, this insightful video underscored the resilience, courage, and significant contributions of Black soldiers during World War II, shedding light on their often overlooked and untold experiences. Thanks for exploring the remarkable and often overlooked story of Black soldiers in World War II. Their courage, resilience, and contributions were pivotal in reshaping history and paving the way for greater equality. If you found this account enlightening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to spread awareness about these untold experiences. Together, let's honor the legacy of these unsung heroes and ensure their stories are never forgotten. As always, thanks for watching.